Ex2.4, and it's like the previous exercise where a polynomial is given to you. So these are the various polynomials given to you and they are asking you इसमें से किसका factor है x plus 1. Alright, which means it should be completely divisible. Alright, so I put a x plus 1 as 0 in the first expression. I have to put x is equal to minus 1. And if my answer is 0, the x plus 1 is a factor. If my answer is not 0, then it is not a factor. So when I put here a minus 1 cube, negative with the odd power, negative, negative with the even power, positive. I'm going to get my answer as 0. So therefore, what does that imply? Minus 1 is the 0 of the polynomial. क्योंकि -1 लगाने पे मुझे आंसर 0 मिल रहा है and therefore x plus 1 is a factor of the given polynomial. Similarly, यहाँ पे अगर मैं x is equal to -1 लगाती हूँ, so again I am going to get, ये देखो 1 और -1 कट गया, 1 और -1 कट गया, I'm going to get a 1 and that's not equal to 0. Therefore x plus 1 is not a factor of px. In the third one, if I put x is equal to -1 in the expression, -1 to the power 4, even power 1, odd power -1, so -1 into 3 is -3, even power, this will become 1, 3 into 1 is 3, -1 and +1. Again, look here, 1 and -1 will get cancelled, -3 and 3 will get cancelled. So I'm going to get a 1 which is not equal to 0 and therefore x plus 1 is not a factor of px. In the fourth one, if I replace x by -1, I have done that over here. So when I open it, -1 to the odd power, -1, -1 to the even power is 1, but there was a minus outside, so this becomes a -1. And here see, minus and minus will become plus. So I've written a plus over here and this is 2 plus √2 and plus √2 as it is. Open it up. This is -2, this is +2 and this is +2 √2. So -2 and +2 is going to get cancelled. My answer is 2 √2, which is not equal to 0 and therefore x plus 1 is not a factor of px. Then use the factor theorem to determine whether gx is a factor of px. So again, you are given px as a polynomial and this time they're asking you, is x plus 1 a factor of this? So therefore, I get x is equal to -1 and I put it in the question, x is equal to -1. Replace wherever there is x, you put a -1. You can see here, I'm going to get a 0. So this was gx, that's x plus 1. So gx is a factor of px. The second one, this is the given px, given polynomial, and they are asking me, is gx a factor of px? Which means x plus 2 is equal to 0 will give me x is equal to -2. Put a -2 over here in px and see whether you're going to get a 0 or not. So this time I'm going to get a -1 which is not equal to 0. So gx is not a factor of px. Please be very careful about the plus and the minus sign. Minus with the odd power is minus. Minus with the even power is plus. The third one, I put here x minus 3 is equal to 0 gives me x as 3. So I put in the question, that's a px. The value of x is 3 and this time 3 cube is 27. This is 3 3s are 9 into 4 is 36 and 6 plus 3 is 9. So 27 plus 9 is 36 and 36 minus 36 is 0, or you could have taken a -9 plus 9. So gx is a factor of px. The next one, find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor of px. मतलब x minus 1 is equal to 0 लगाओगे तो x is equal to 1 आएगा. This is the given polynomial px, x square plus x plus k. Now अगर ये फैक्टर है तो मुझे क्या मिलना चाहिए, इसका आंसर 0 मिलना चाहिए। मतलब अगर मैं यहाँ 1 लगा दूँगी तो मेरा आंसर 0 होना चाहिए। दैट मीन्स P of 1, इफ़ आई पुट हियर अ 1, ये जो भी आएगा इसका आंसर 0 होना चाहिए। सो आई रिप्लेस इट बाई 1, 1 and k. This should have resulted in a remainder as 0. So that means 2 plus k is equal to 0 and k is equal to minus 2. Similarly, here if I put x is equal to 1, then my remainder should have been a 0 if x minus 1 is a factor. So this will give you 2, this will give you k and plus root 2. This entire thing should have been 0. So k is equal to shift 2 to the right hand side and minus 2 to the right hand side. Plus will become minus. This was actually a plus. When you shift it becomes a minus. In the third one, again, if I put x as 1, my answer should have been 0. So I'm going to get k and minus root 2 plus 1. What do? I shift this minus 2 to the right hand side and 1 to the right hand side. Their signs will get reversed. K is equal to root 2 minus 1. In the fourth one, if I replace, so for all of them they are asking the same condition. Is x minus 1 a factor? So I put x is equal to 1 and see this k plus k is 2k minus 3. So I shift 3 to the right hand side and I get k is equal to 3 by 2. Then factorize. So this is splitting up of the middle term, and for that we look out for 12 and 1. You multiply this 12 into 1. So we are going to get a 12. What have we done? 12 into 1. So this is a 12. Now look out for the factors of 12, which will give you a minus 7 on adding or subtracting, and multiplication में हमको 12 मिलेगा. So I know 4 3s are 12. See, you might have had a 6 into 2 as well, but what I am looking out for is this minus 7. So I put minus and minus over here. Now minus 4 minus 3 is going to give me minus 7, and minus 4 minus 3 को जब multiply करोगे, you are going to get a 12. So when you add this, you should get this center term. When you multiply this, you should get this 12. So this 7x is broken as minus 4x minus 3x. यहाँ से आया है. Now you take a 4x common from here, these two. Left over is 3x, here 1. Take a minus 1 common and again 3x minus 1. Now see, whatever is coming in the first bracket, here also you're getting the same term. So 3x minus 1 is common. What is left here is 4x. What is left here is minus 1. Now look at the second one. I multiply 6 into minus 6. So I'm going to get a minus 36, and I should factorize it in such a way that its factor on addition or subtraction should give me 5. So I look out for a table of 36 and I realize 9 into 4 is 36. I want a plus 5 in the center. So 9, which is a plus, and minus 4. So the signs are to be given according to my requirement in the center. 9 minus 4 is 5, and 9 into minus 4 is minus 36. So therefore, this will break up as 9x and minus 4x. And I can take out a 3x common. Left over is 2x plus 3, and I can take out a minus 2 common. Again see, left over is 2x plus 3. Take that out common and your other factor is 3x minus 2. Then the next one, same ways, I look out for 3 into 2, which is 6, and I look out for the factors of 6, which is 6 and 1. This time I cannot take a 3 and 2 because I require a 7. So this 7x is broken as 6x plus x. When I multiply it, I get a 6. And then from these two, I'm taking out a 2x common. Left over is x plus 3. From these two, I'm taking a 1 common. Left over is x plus 3. Take it out common, and the other factor is 2x plus 1. The last one over here, I multiply 3 into minus 4, which is minus 12. What are we looking for? That's the first and the last term when you multiply. Now I'm looking for its factors, and I require a minus 1 in the center, this one. तो 12 के फैक्टर्स क्या होंगे? 4 and 3, जिसका डिफरेंस 1 है. So I want a minus 1. So accordingly I give it the signs minus 4 and plus 3. देखो 4 minus 3 करते तो plus 1 हो जाता. हमको ये देखना है 4 और 3 है और मुझे चाहिए minus 1. तो अगर 4 और minus 3 करती तो मेरा आंसर 1 आता, और minus 4 और plus 3 करती तो मेरा आंसर minus 1 आता. Again, take out common from here. That's a x. You get a 3x minus 4 plus 1 and 3x minus 4. 3x minus 4 is common. Left over is x and plus 1. Now, these were quadratic equations. All of them were quadratic. What are quadratic equations? The degree here is 2. The highest power here is 2. But now we have a cubic expression, which means the highest power is 3. So, I have done these questions in a little random order, which means I have done the first one and the fourth one in the fifth subpart, and deliberately doing so because you can see just by looking at the question, I can see that मैं पहले दोनों में से कुछ कॉमन ले सकती हूँ और दूसरे दोनों में से कुछ कॉमन ले सकती हूँ. तो यहाँ से मैंने एक्स स्क्वायर को कॉमन लिया. लेफ्ट ओवर इज एक्स. एक्स स्क्वायर तो बाहर चला गया था. आई गेट ए 2. एंड देन यहाँ से माइनस 1 को कॉमन लिया. एक्स माइनस 2. सो एक्स माइनस 2 कम्स आउट टू बी कॉमन, एंड लेफ्ट ओवर इज एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 1. दिस इज a स्क्वायर माइनस बी स्क्वायर, विच इज a माइनस बी इंटू a प्लस बी. सिमिलरली इन दोनों में से मैंने वाई स्क्वायर को कॉमन लिया. सो आई गेट ए 2y एंड प्लस 1, क्योंकि देखो इधर वाई स्क्वायर तो बाहर चला गया. And I take a minus 1 common. So when I take a minus sign common outside, the sign inside will get reversed. देखो ये minus 2y था, ये plus हो गया. ये minus 1 था, ये plus हो गया. And then 2y plus 1 is common. Left over is y square minus 1. And this is a square minus b square, which is a minus b into a plus b.